Today's video is sponsored by Lazarus Baraza, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. I think IG Kanja has grown tired of his deputy Langat. So much so that yesterday during the National Police Service press brief, he confirmed to the world that Langat was the complainant in the Albert Ojwang case, and he did it while Langat was standing just behind him. Here's a tip.
Ojwang was arrested together with a few others. It's because there was a complaint that had been launched by the DIG KPS about his name being tarnished. So it is on that basis that investigations were actually being carried out, because he also have got a right to be protected by the same law. Thank you.
Now in this video I want us to look into why IG Kanja decided to throw his deputy Eliud Langat under the bus, and with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason Kanja has decided to throw Langat under the bus is because some mysterious characters have been trying to convince the chief government pathologist, one Dr. Hansen Odor, to issue an autopsy that is wayward from the truth. So in retaliation, what did Dr. Hansen do? He refused to perform the autopsy. So from where I sit, Hansen ni mtu roho safi. He doesn't want to sully his name by becoming complicit with this scheme ya some rogue senior police officers. And if Hansen doesn't want anything to do with this, you best believe even the IG doesn't want to put his own skin out there. So it's Eliud on his own, ajipange. Second reason why Kanja moved aside and let Langat carry his own cross is because he was enlightened by Rigiji. How so? Earlier on, Rigiji exposed that in each and every ministry or docket, the president has a tendency of putting mtu wa nyumbani as number 2. And that number 2 is the fellow with real influence and power. So they get to do dirty deals in darkness, lakini wewe ambaye ndio face of the unit, unakimbizwa kotini, unaambiwa produce person X within 24 hours, failure to which will find you in contempt of court. Yet wewe mwenyewe hata hauna habari. The people doing it are your juniors who are undermining you. Here's Rigiji exposing this major anomaly.
Yule Inspector General of Police ni Flower Girl. Hapo nyuma yake ameweka mtu ya kabila yake anaitwa Eliud Langat. Pale National Treasury anadanganya John Badi ya minister. Anaweka PS anaitwa Chris Kiptoo. Pale Central Bank amedanganya mtu anaitwa Kamau Nduge, ni governor wa Central Bank. Chini yake anaweka mama anaitwa Susan Koech. Pale Ministry of Agriculture anaweka Mutai Kagwe, hapo nyuma yake anaweka PS anaitwa Engineer Rono. Pale Ministry of Water anaweka minister anaitwa Mureithi, nyuma yake anaweka Korir. Ni mukabila si mukabila? Ni mukabila si mukabila? William Ruto is the most deceptive tribalist since the independence of Kenya. Ni mukabila si mukabila? Alafu yeye anaita sisi wa kabila. Ni vile ukiwa mwizi unaanza kusema yule mwizi na wewe ndio nini? Ni mukabila si mukabila?
So Kanja ni mjanja, ameambia Wakenya wazi that yeye hausiki, Langat bebe msalaba yake kivyake. And by the way, come to think of it, this is not the first time I'm hearing this name Langat. The other day Rigathi also told us that Ruto, Murkomen and Langat are the masterminds of abductions. Here's the tip.
Yeye mwenyewe, ile waziri anaitwa Murkomen na DIG anaitwa Langat, wote watu ya kabila moja. Rais Murkomen na Langat, watu ya kabila moja, ndio wamepanga jama ya kuangaisha viongozi ya Mlima Kenya. Huyu mjumbe ya Juja, George Koiburi, alitekwa nyara juzi na maafisa ya polisi. Jana pale Kakamega, askari walikuwa wamepangwa 300 na wako wale kama 20 ambaye wanatoka ile sub community inaitwa Nandi. Walikuwa wamepewa kazi.
And remember, Gachagua si mtu wa kawaida. He was a member of the National Security Council, so he knows what he is saying at all times. If Rigiji has reason to believe that Langat was behind abductions, then I tend to believe that he was behind abductions. Unless the chain of command is skewed. If you are number 2 in the country, there are certain things that we will be purview to. Even if people circumvent you and do their own things, eventually you'll get to catch wind of what is happening. So Kanja has made the right decision. Let him step aside. He has nothing to do with it. Si yeye alitusiwa akasema mtu ashikwe, so let him just step aside as he has done. Let his own deputy carry his own cross. The only problem we are having in this country is that even as the Inspector General is addressing this issue, the person who is part and parcel of the matter is standing behind him. What is Langat still doing there? When the parents are watching to hear what the Inspector General of Police has to say about the issue of their son, they don't want to see the person who's behind the arrest and possibly murder of the son standing behind the Inspector General. It doesn't evoke confidence in the process. So long story short, short, kila mtu na msalaba yake. This one they cannot blame Kanja. Wamezoea kulaumu Kanja. I've always said one of the worst positions to ever serve in this country, it is deputy governor, deputy president and inspector general of police. Kama unataka kutumiwa kama tissue, serve in any of those 3 dockets. During the time of maandamano, everybody told the president usipitishe hii kitu. Wabunge wakaambiwa hata wakapigiwa masimu na their people. They passed it anyway. When Gen Zs protested and they almost took power in this country, they blamed Koome and fired him. He had nothing to do with it. Even the abductions that were happening had nothing to do with Koome. Kikundi ndogo hapo just beneath the IG, they go do their own covert things and they abduct people. But it is your face, your name that gets desecrated. This time around, Kanja yeye yuko, kila mtu ajipange. Mumezoea, munaweka mtu wa region ingine, in case anything happens, yeye ndo anguke na hiyo mashida. People are quickly catching on. You see, the things Gachagua says, ana sound like a madman until you see that this guy knows what he's saying. But anywho, that's just my take, guys. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below. Do you think Eliud should carry his own cross, or should it fall on the head of Kanja because he is the police boss and ought to be knowing what's happening in his own precinct? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.